Okay, let's wrap this season up. Let's talk about Sincere's diabolical family as well. Let's jump into it.
Y'all are my winners. You can tell they ghetto as well.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lex, and I would greatly appreciate if you would consider supporting the channel by liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Please hype the videos up if you can. Sorry I've been a little bit MIA, but not gonna lie, the end of the Love Island season kind of goes like this anyway, so I feel like I did not miss much. Today we are going to be talking about the end of the season. I think I missed 2 episodes, the finale and the episode before that, and we're going to touch on a little bit of what Sincere's family has been saying. I don't think that any of us rational folks needed any evidence that Sincere is not a good person, but wow, calling Trinity ghetto on Maine is actually crazy. So let's jump into it. So walking into the finale episode, our final 4 did not include Casey and Tiara and Dylan and Kenzie. Now, I'm not gonna hold you. I really wish Zach and Kata got taken out. I really wish that they could have been swapped with either couple and I would have been fine. But I just feel like even Melanie and Sincere. The problem is I wasn't surprised because I know y'all like Melanie. Y'all like Melanie, and the way that y'all vote on this show is for the well-liked girl. Whatever girl is doing well, no matter what man she's with, she gonna make it. Melanie was always gonna make it. I do wish that Kata and Zach did not make it. We also had the final dates. Now, the discrepancy in some of these dates was very funny to me. Zach and Kata getting a swamp date was fitting. The producer said, hey, y'all want to call this a situationship? We're going to give you a situationship type of date.
It better
Not
be.
saying that.
It better be.
Do you want some of your sandwich? I'll take the tomatoes out.
Yeah.
Did y'all peep when Zach said 2? Because on the boat it said Kata and Zach. And he was like, it should have said Zach and Kata. Zach still couldn't even fake like he wanted to be with Kata outside the villa. It's crazy. And again, in my personal opinion, I don't think there was anything wrong with the fact that Zach wanted to wait and that he wanted to see like, hey, let's even see if I'm going to be in the US for real. But I just feel like the way Zach was positioning things, he knows that Kata thinks this is more than it actually is for him. And I feel like that's where there's a discrepancy between the two of them. Sincere and Melanie, they get that villa in the middle of the ocean. Did they repurpose that from Bryce and Trinity's date a couple of episodes ago? But in either case, they make pizzas.
I'm enjoying this. I think I'm gonna need some more practice once we get back home.
And they even started off this episode talking about like, if we go home, if we don't make it, it's fine. Because clearly America saw something in us. Clearly they're seeing something in our relationship that we're not even seeing. And I'm like, this is the problem. This is the problem with y'all voting for your favorite girl rather than for actual couples. That now Melanie in her head believes that this is a good relationship. Oh, y'all. So Kata and Zach, their date continues in the swamp and they have crusty, dry sandwiches. And they're talking and he basically says he wants to live in the States. He can see himself being there. And he makes this kind of offhand comment of like, yeah, I know, like I want to be wherever you are.
Do you know what I mean?
I see myself with you for a long time, honestly.
Really?
Maybe the rest of my life.
My goodness, as you can imagine, Kata takes that little offhanded comment and she hinges onto it for the entire day. He wants to bring her to Birmingham and he sees her as his girlfriend in the future. Okay. So when Kata gets back, she's telling everybody that Zach was saying like, love you, and it felt so sweet, and that he wants to be wherever he is. And you know, Trinity already clocked the BS because Trinity was like, what exactly did he say? And she's like, oh, well, he said that it's on the tip of his tongue. He doesn't want to say it yet, but it's on. I'm like, Kata, this is what I'm talking about. Because y'all, some of y'all are in the comments fighting tooth and nail for situationships. It's actually crazy to me. And it's like, listen, if you want to be in a situationship, go ahead. I do not aspire to be in a situationship. I was not happy in my early 20s when I was in a situationship. So if that's what you aspire to be in, you're happy with that circumstance in your life. If you find this to be a valid and genuine relationship between Kata and Zach, then go ahead. I don't know. Some of y'all are literally writing such long paragraphs to me, and I'm like, girl, I don't care. I'm sorry, I don't care. I don't ordinarily say it, but I literally don't care. I'm not going to sit here and say that I think a situationship is valid. No. Again, every time Kata talks about this, it's so clear that Kata is so invested. Kata is doing that thing. And maybe it's because in my early 20s, I used to do this as well when I was in a situationship. I would read between the lines and say, oh, he means this. And this means that he's locked in with me. And it's like, no. What means that a guy is locked in with you is him saying he's locked in with you. That's it, period. So I just feel bad for Kata because it's like, it's very clear the direction this is going to me, and it's going to really hurt when she comes to the realization. But when Sincere and Melanie get back from their date, Sincere is like, you know, I want to say the L word. I haven't said it quite yet, but I know I'm going to say it soon. And he says that he loves everything about her without saying the L word. And one of the things that makes him love her the most is the fact that she never left his side even once. One day y'all gonna stop romanticizing struggle love. Because if my man is sitting there talking saying, well, you know, she never left me no matter what I put her through. Yikes. So then Anaya and Carl, they have a moonlit forest.
And now that we're here, we're on our first date.
I know.
Did you think our first date would be anything like this?
No, but
It's meant to be a fairy tale. I will say the forest looked beautiful, okay? I think it looked great. And they get a book. They get a fairy tale book. And it's about their journey. And as they're reading the book, it mentions KC. And it mentions Anaya sending Carl home. And I was like, is this supposed to be romantic? Am I the only one, too, that kind of clocked that Carl was like...
That was tough. I understand why you did what you did, and I really don't feel any type of way about it at all.
But in either case, they have a nice date. And for the first time in this date, Anaya calls Carl handsome. I don't think she's called him handsome before this date. So I was like, okay. And Trinity and Bryce, they get the winner's date, right? They get a heart on fire. There's tons of fire all over the entire thing.
yeah, you should. Oh, that kind of scared me.
They're talking very similar stuff, that they didn't think they were going to fall for each other, but they did everything right. They both had patience and understanding with each other. And Bryce says, I love you. And I was like, okay, listen, I wasn't buying it in the early weeks. Y'all, this is why you got to watch the recaps in progression, because I was not buying it in the early weeks, but I do think they like each other now. Now, do I think they're going to make it through the long haul? I have no idea. But I do think that they have really grown a fondness for each other over the course of this show, which is very cute. It's nice to see. Though I still don't forget about their age gap. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't forget about their age gap, so I don't know. But in either case, they get the dancers. As soon as the dancers came out, I was like, oh, they won. They won. I knew that since week 3, but they won. Day rolls around and they get all these pictures of them throughout the episodes, throughout the season. And then they show this slideshow. And did you peep in the slideshow? They had a picture of Melody crying. When I was watching it, I was like, that was Melody crying. What? But in either case, we jump to who the winners are. And this is very predictable. 4th place is Kata and Zach. And I loved it. I watched Zach's face. Honestly, Zach knew he lost when Anaya came back with that photo book, because his face was like, oh.
And we see this book.
And it told us our journey in a fairy
Oh my God.
We got crusty sandwiches in a swamp. We did not win. So Kata and Zach, 4th place. Love to see it. 3rd place, Melanie and Sincere. 2nd place, Anaya and Carl. And 1st place, Trinity and Bryce. Let's be real, Trinity and Bryce got the winner's edit from like week 3. The progression of everything, Bryce crying in Casa, Trinity not wanting to explore, them two becoming boyfriend and girlfriend, getting the date, saying I love you. It was so clear that they were going to win. And you know what? Congratulations to Trinity. I hope to see them go far. Bryce multiple times over this episode was like, hey, you are welcome to come to LA. Move in with me. This man Bryce said, move in with me. I don't know. Oh, but their age gap. I don't know. Every time I think of it, I just think of their age gap. I don't know. That was basically the finale, y'all. I thought it was very predictable, so I don't have a lot of discourse. I feel like whatever I think I've already said throughout the season. What I want to jump into is Sincere's family. Remember how Sincere's mama didn't make it to the family day because she's afraid of flights? Well, she made sure to turn on TikTok and let us know how she feels about a lot of the cast. I will insert some TikToks. Go follow these creators. This is not my original work, so their names will be right there on the TikTok and I'll put it on the screen. Go follow them because they do good work with pop culture. But I will let them break down to you everything that Sincere's family was saying about a lot of people on this cast.
I do fuck with Bryce. Trinity, though, on the other hand,
I like Trinity.
No, Addie's not going to do that.
she was doing too much. She was doing too much.
Trinity like that. Don't do
My dog KC.
You know, something beautiful.
Bro looked like E.T.
Anaya likes that little, like a lot of shivering.
Yeah, no, I like that.
That's why I said she's
I think it's her.
stay with him.
It reminds me of Shrek.
Oh my gosh.
Why did it have to be Shrek?
Because you know how the princess was. Fiona, you know how Fiona was in the movie.
I'm glad that I'm
She was mad clingy, bad needy, needed all of that, and Shrek was Shrek. Carl was Carl. Yeah, that's nice. Anaya in second place is disgusting. Yeah. That's why they put you at the end. Come on.
Because you've been eating it. Trinity and 5, y'all are my winners. You can tell they ghetto as well.
Okay, so the big comments that were said that have been going around, and mind you, I didn't even know this happened. I was sitting in the airport just scrolling through TikTok as one does, and I'm seeing all kind of videos about Sincere's family calling Trinity ghetto, comparing Anaya to Shrek, and I'm like, what is going on? So if you didn't catch from that, basically they were just kind of going down and talking about everyone. They were talking about Trinity's family and saying things like, you could tell they're ghetto as hell, which is like, I saw a TikTok comment that said, your name's Sincere. You named your son Sincere. And you're talking about Trinity's family being ghetto. Okay. They also compared Anaya and Carl to the story of Shrek. First off, they said that Carl looks like E.T., which is just rude. Like, do you all see... Never mind. Second of all, they compared Anaya and Carl's story to the story of Shrek and Fiona. And then Sincere's cousin came out and was like, the story. Have you guys ever seen Shrek's swamp? They were in a swamp. Have you ever seen Shrek's swamp? And I'm like, okay. So you try to manipulate us now, just like your brother does all day, or your cousin or whatever does all day in the villa to Melanie. Now you trying to manipulate us, the audience. Also called Anaya a black Karen. Why? My question to this is why? Why in the world would you turn on the camera and say all of this? And it was Sincere's mother, not the cousin or the younger folks, the mom. What was the purpose of this? Especially considering that Anaya is Sincere's friend. Listen, you can think whatever you want to think about Anaya, but at the end of the day, Anaya rode for Sincere in that villa. So it's actually crazy work to be making this kind of commentary regarding someone that is your son's friend, that has actually defended his volatile and foul behavior. They also even talked about Ariana, and they basically said that her ex-husband did a lot of crazy stuff and compared her to a sex symbol now, that she's been made into a sex symbol. And then the brother and the girlfriend, they came out and defended it, saying like, we love Ariana. We didn't mean that in a bad way.
What did they say in her? Because they're saying my mom. What did my mom say? Because I was right there next to her. You spoke about a host, yeah, but she didn't say it. She wasn't saying that in a bad way.
What did she say?
About how she always says that Ariana is like a sex symbol and everything. My mom loves her. She loves her.
I love Ariana.
Like, I don't know where you guys are like. You guys are like getting something bad, but they said it. Yeah, please advise sending additional stuff from that stuff or don't say. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think any of this stuff. I don't think it needed to be said at all. Y'all lied just like Sincere.
You guys are funny.
Sincere wasn't raised by the people that were talking and all this stuff that you guys like. I don't.
You guys just take things to a certain extent.
The person that called Anaya Shrek and all that, they're not even blood family. Like, it was a watch party. There was a whole bunch of different people there. Thank you, Linda.
My earrings are from Amazon. Sorry, I saw a comment regarding them. They're from Amazon. You literally such have like gold hoops and no pull up.
Sincere knows. I don't know what Sincere knows. I haven't had a chance to speak to him yet.
Meant that in a good way. And I'm like, wow. So the whole family has these crazy manipulative traits where y'all really think you are smarter than all of us. It's actually sad. So Trinity did come out and make a statement. Her statement says, coming out of the villa, I want to say I am very blessed and appreciative of the love and support everyone has given me. With that being said, I want to say that the hate and ignorant comments some of you guys are doing regarding Zach is absolutely not okay and needs to stop. It is very disheartening, and we are people just like everyone else. We genuinely have love for each other inside and outside of the villa, and he's one of the most amazing people I've ever met, so please have some empathy. Now, Trinity, you mean to tell me Sincere's family is running you through the mud and you defended Zach? Zach? I know that's your man's best friend, but come on. Zach? I don't know, y'all. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and let's be real. I clarked it in my video of Family Day where I was like, listen, Sincere's dad is doing a lot of talking, and sure, he's mad. He's probably embarrassed more than anything, but I said this. You claim you didn't raise him like that, but you did. You raised him. Who else raised him outside of y'all? Performance art. They're all performance artists. That's it, y'all. So if you made it to this point of the video, that means you liked the video. So I would greatly appreciate if you would consider supporting the channel by liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Please hype up the videos if you can. We will probably talk about Love Island maybe one more time when the finale comes out in about a month and a half. But outside of that, y'all know in the postseason, I don't really keep up with these people. I don't know. I say that, but then something happens and I might be here. But stay tuned to the channel. I am doing Big Brother. I am doing Married at First Sight. And for Big Brother, I'm doing the live feeds, y'all. So if you want more context to the TV show, stick around to the channel because it's real good. Watching the live feeds is like watching a completely different show. So anyways, thank you guys so much. Thank you for the support this season of Love Island. We did make it to 11,000 subscribers and I am so grateful for you guys. And I'll talk to you guys in whatever the next video of mine you watch is. Bye!